court is now, in session for the trial of Rocky, the, rock. Are the, defense and prosecution ready?
The defense is been ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready as usual.
Yay. So could the, prosecution enlighten the court about the defendant's situation and, stuff?
Of course, Your Honor. Well, Rocky the Rock was seen standing next to what could only be described as a half-eaten cake. We have a photo clearly showing the defendant sitting next to the cake.
The court, accepts this cake into evidence. Nom. Oh, it's, only a photo.
Yes, quite. Anyway, I realize this is a bit weird, but I would like to hear from the defendant himself. So, if I have your permission, Judge, I would like to hear Rocky's testimony.
Sure, I, call Rocky to the stand.
What is it now? I'm feeling so down.
We would like to, hear your account on the day of the, cake crime.
Well, okay, if you insist. Well, I was out having one of my usual depressing days. I can't move about freely, you see, as I'm a rock. Then, from out of the blue, I noticed this purple blob thing coming really quickly towards a piece of cake lying beside me, and then he ate some of it and floated away. Oh, I couldn't have eaten it even if I wanted to, as my mouth is glued on, so I can't open it. Well, that's the general gist of things.
So, are you sure that this thing you saw was purple? Maybe it could have been pink.
Rabble, 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 rabble. Order, order. I want to order some, cake. Anyway, I would, never steal. Could the defendant please be more specific on this, color detail? It is very, important. Please add it to your, testimony.
Sure, why not? It sounds pretty boring to me, but if it is important, I shall add it. Anyway, the colour of this blob was clear to me. It was definitely purple.
Maybe he's colorblind.
Are you bonehead? Oh wait, that's me. If the defendant said it was purple, then it was purple.
I see no, reason to further prolong this trial.
Hold it! We have seen no pictures of this purple blob you speak of, defendant. And you can't possibly be referring to the judge here, as he was put on work placement before the incident occurred, so he couldn't have done it, as much as he loves eating cake.
Ha! It appears the prosecutor thinks it's come to a dead end, but we have not. This trial is still alive and kicking. Well, oh, but me in a way. I would like to call a witness to the stand.
You mean to tell me that there's actually a witness? How was I not informed of this? Are you serious?
Oh, I am dead serious. I would like to call Splot, floating purple blob, to the stand.
What is this nonsense? Are you trying to tell me that there's a purple blob floating around the court right now just waiting to be questioned? Ludicrous! If this turns out to be a joke, then I'll have a bone to pick with you, Pip.
This is most certainly true.
Okay, I would like to, call this purple blob to the stand. He must be, questioned.
So, what do I do?
Oh, you can take a break now.
Well, I suppose I would be depressed no matter where I am. My problem is, though, well, one of my many problems is that I can't move on my own.
In that, case, bailiff, please escort this, rock to his place for his break, and get this purple blob to the stand, please.
Name and profession, please.
I am Splat, the floating purple blob, and, my profession is thievery.
Well, this isn't a good start. By thievery, what exactly do you mean? Could you be more specific?
Certainly. I steal whatever, I'm told to steal. Be it cookies, pudding, cake,
rabble, 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 rabble. Order, order. Where's my, order? I, ordered that cake 30, minutes ago.
Well, Splat, could you describe what you were doing at the time of the thievery? I was busy thieving at the time, so I, couldn't have done it. Sounds logical. Well, Pip, what do you say about that, huh?
Clearly admitting to the crime, Moxie.
Not true at all. My, you are a bonehead. He clearly said that he steals whatever he is told to steal, yet he hasn't told us what he was told to steal that day, you dig? Now, Your Honor, I'd like to hear Splat's testimony, if you don't mind.
Sure. So, Splot, can you, tell us what you were, doing on the day of the crime?
No problem. Yes, it's true. I, steal things. However, I only steal things that, I get told to steal. Here is a document, detailing what it was that I was meant to steal that day.
The court, accepts this document into evidence.
Moving swiftly forward. So, I was, on my way to steal the donuts as detailed in that document when, I saw a grey rock eating a cake. I have a photo, right here.
The court, accept...
Hold it! There's a glaring contradiction in the photo which is submitted. The cherry is a tip giveaway. In the last photo, the cherry wasn't there and the cake hadn't been eaten as much, so one of the cakes was a lie.
I can, explain that, actually. You see, the cherry was there, originally, but the rock tried to eat it, and,
Objection! The cherry was clearly way too high up for Rocky to have eaten it, and he couldn't have threw up as he established that he cannot eat, and the cherry was way higher in the photo than Rocky
I
was.
see where you are coming from, Pip. However, you are forgetting that it was very windy that day, so Rocky could easily have been lifted onto the cake, ate the cherry, then got carried off by the wind again and landed back down on the ground beside the cake again. And the process could very well have been repeated to get the cherry back on top of the cake.
Quite an imagining mind you have there, Moxie, but I guess it's better than not having a mind at all. However, you failed to mention how Rocky could have eaten the cake to establish his mouth glued on.
Aha! I thought you'd ask that, Pip. I have been contemplating how Rocky could have ate that cake, and have actually come up with an idea. Going back to the wind suggestion, I should be more specific about the eating part. You see, Rocky didn't actually eat the cherry, but landed on it and the cake, thus accidentally moving the cherry off the cake and squishing part of the cake, so making it seem like he ate part of the cake.
Rabble, 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 rabble. Order, order. Oh, my, order has finally arrived. Nom.
Uh-oh, hold it. To add to work, that requires the wind to be blowing to us at the same time.
I'm sorry, I could have been more specific about the type of wind. Rocky must have fallen victim to a freak tornado, which swept him onto the cake, then back down.
There's chances that are...
For that specific day and time, 100% likely actually. Take a look at this weather report.
But then, why didn't the cake move?
Why didn't the cake move, you ask? Clearly, the owner didn't want anybody stealing the cake, so it was super glued to the grass. But that, of course, doesn't stop anybody from eating it.
Why would anyone superglue their cake? If it was windy, then the owner should have brought the cake with them and not leave it on the grass.
At this point, it doesn't matter what the owner should have done with the cake. The fact is, someone ate it without the owner's permission, and all the evidence clearly points towards Rocky.
Moxie, it appears you've forgotten about what the second photo actually looks like. If all this actually happened, then Rocky should have cake on him in the second photo, but he's completely clean.
What? This can't be.
Storm like that, I'm sure it's easy for someone to mistake a cake for a pile of donuts, especially if these donuts had hundreds and thousands on them and were caked in sugar.
Blah. This is ridiculous. Split, please say something. So, it was a cake. I, tried to steal after all. What?
Seems like it's final nail in your coffin.
It's true. I couldn't, see because of the storm. And even though they're not in the photo, there, actually was a pile of donuts next to the cake. So I went by, the smell, and the donuts got, blown away. But the cake didn't.
Your cake is, baked, Splot. Anyway, it looks like this, trial has come to an end. Splot will serve his, sentence, while Rocky will go back to, the great outdoors. Rocky the Rock is, not guilty. This court is, adjourned. Now let's, have cake.
Well, would you look at this? The credits. Cast. Splot the floating pink blob, voiced by David Cathrine. Pip the walking talking skeleton, voiced by Stephen Asher. Moxie the methodical mole, voiced by Jonathan Cathrine. Oh, look at this. Rocky the Rock, voiced by Terry Cathrine. Crowd Rubblings, voiced by Paul Cathrine. I don't believe this. Splat the floating purple blob, voiced by Jonathan Cathrine. Graphics, which depress me, by Claire Richards and David Cathrine. Depressing music by Terry Cathrine. Story and animation by David Cathrine. His talent depresses me. If you want to read more of Splot's adventures, then go to one of the places mentioned in the description. Although personally I find reading depressing. If you want to keep up to date with Splot's news, then visit his Facebook page. But personally I find socializing depressing. The end. Finally.